guys, I'm Jacqueline.
And I'm Marcella.
And we just got back from the movie. We just saw Spider-Man Far From Home. Overall thoughts, we absolutely love this movie, you guys.
Yes, it was so good. I think I might have enjoyed it a little bit more than the first one, but
I did enjoy it. Yeah, I thought this was better than the first. This was better than Homecoming. I think it was more like, I don't know, it was more fun, and we were not in like our like school environment. Like we were traveling most of it. It was like action packed, and I loved the romance in this.
Yes,
like
guys. Oh, the romance.
It was so cute.
That was my favorite part. We don't want to tell you too much because this is like
non-spoiler,
yet,
but it's really adorable.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just thought this was a lot. This was really funny too.
There's not really much that we can really say non-spoiler because we don't want to ruin the plot.
Yeah,
and, like,
I mean,
all of that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that like you can assume like obviously this is after Endgame, so we're just kind of like there is some like sad moments in it, but I will say like the overall like the movie is just it's a great time, guys.
It was definitely interesting to see Peter like struggle with Tony Stark and like living up to that potential, which obviously like you could tell from the trailer that's really what he's struggling with in this movie, and I thought that it was really well done the way that was done. And yeah, I don't think we want to go too far into
Jake
Peter's
Gyllenhaal,
character development and all
Jake
that.
Gyllenhaal is fantastic as well. He did a really great job in this movie, and Nick Fury is awesome. And
I love how we got more of MJ in this movie, which we were talking. We really love that. And I think that overall, we would definitely give this an A+.
Yeah.
Like, this movie was amazing. And if you haven't seen it yet, go see it. And then you can come back and hear us talk more about the movie and spoilers.
Now let's just jump right into some spoilers because now we're just really excited to talk about the movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting that this movie started off like it had when it was doing like the Marvel like the intro, it had I Will Always Love You playing, and then it had like Tony Stark, Steve Rogers, just everybody that we've lost, and it was just so painful.
It was like, thank you for reminding me of that.
Thank you for bringing me back here again. And then it ended up being kind of like a montage that like the school was doing. It had like how they tried to cover it, that like there was like a blimp, which is how people came back.
I thought it was really interesting how we got to see like the aftermath of it, and that it was like it was really funny how Brad was like, he was like now like 5 years older, so he's 21, so like he was like all the girls wanted him because he's like grown up and like obviously like older. So I thought that was really funny, like how like it like talked about like life after the blip or whatever.
Yeah, I thought it was cool, like to see like how some people didn't age, some people did age, like
and like how the world was dealing with that.
Yeah, I thought it was cool, and I think especially because I think people had questions about that after Endgame. Like I think people wanted to know that, so I think that it was a really smart idea that they addressed it in like a joking, fun way.
So one of my favorite parts of this movie, I think yours too, was the romance between MJ and Peter. That's my favorite part of the movie. I just loved it so much.
So cute.
I thought that he's just like adorable, and I love how like he just wanted to, like he has this whole plan, and of course it doesn't go according to plan.
He wants to go to the Eiffel Tower
and he wants
give
to like
her
the necklace that he brought, and he wants to give her the kiss and all that. But in the beginning, when they're like going on the plane and like we're about to like start this like adventure, I thought it was really funny how it's like he's trying to like figure out like how to sit next to her, and then he ends up making it worse, and then Brad ends up sitting next to her, and I was rooting for him. I like they were so cute.
So cute. Like it had
it.
like this like awkwardness and innocence of like, oh, but I like you, but like I don't know if you like me back. It was just adorable, and I loved seeing that play out throughout the entire movie. Like it was just like little moments here and there. Like I like the moment like when they were like at the opera. I thought that was really funny too. Like how she was like, you look really pretty. She's like, well, you look really pretty too. Like, it was just so cute, so adorable. And like Zendaya and Tom Holland have fantastic chemistry.
They do,
like they're so great together, and we just all those moments we were just soaking them in, all those little moments that we got
and then once she finds out like that he's Spider-Man, kind of like it gets like confirmed. I love how she was working with him, and it was just like, that was so cool to have MJ in this movie, like knowing that he's Spider-Man and not really being so much in the background and more like helping and being like involved. Like, I love that.
And I love that she figured it out, and then he was kind of like, no, why would you think that?
And then all of a sudden it was like everything went to shit, and he was like,
yeah, okay, I'm Spider-Man,
and we have to do this. And it was just like, I loved it.
Yeah, it was really good. But I did love, like, and how Ned at the end was, he's like, oh, so like you like, she's like, oh yeah, no, she knows now, and he's like, I figured it out. Like, she's like, I didn't just get told, like, I figured this out, like, herself. And she's like, that's not the only reason why I was looking at you. Like, I thought that was really cute. He's like, was that the only reason why you were looking at me all the time? And it was just, dude,
I loved
they
it.
were
And then
so innocent.
The necklace, and then like how it was like, it ended up being broken, but like she still really loved that. And and then like their kiss, like, their kiss was so innocent. It was just so cute. It was so cute.
Like, like she like pegs him, and he's just like, whoa. And then like they peck again, and then they actually kiss. It was just adorable. And then I loved how at the end they were like swinging together, which we'll talk about the ending, like the post-credit scene, like, oh my god. Yeah. But yeah, the entire movie,
it was just like, we just had to go about them before we start talking about the other stuff, because yes, that was just like wonderful.
It was a highlight for us, for sure. Because
I was just like smiling, like, so
I think that's why I like this one better than Homecoming, because like I loved Homecoming, but I really enjoyed having MJ be like more involved in everything, and I just loved seeing them actually get together. I thought was really like, I'm so excited for the next movie, because now they're gonna actually be a couple, and she's gonna know the entire movie. So yeah. I mean, that was really what like he was struggling with in this whole movie, is that Peter was struggling with trying to find that balance. Like, he wanted to be a normal kid. He didn't want all this weight on his shoulders, and he felt that because he felt like he had to live up to Iron Man, that he had to be the next Iron Man and all of that. And that's why I really appreciated that conversation between him and Happy, and how he was telling him that, you know, you're not going to be able to be Iron Man because nobody's going to be able to live up to Tony. He couldn't even live up to himself. He was a mess. And how, like, that conversation was so good. And, like, I got tears in my eyes with him. Crying.
Yeah, like, with him, like, talking about that. Like, that it was just such a great conversation.
It was so emotional. Like, that whole thing. And, I really enjoyed that. Like, we saw that, like, early on in the movie when, like, he was, like, doing, like, an acceptance speech, and all, like, the people were interviewing him, and they, like, asked him about it. And you could tell, like, that was such a huge part of, like, his internal conflict, and even Beck was, like, using that against him.
Exactly, because he was giving him that out. He was trying to tell it, like, push him towards, like, being like, okay, you know, you go be a kid, like, with your friends, and give me the glasses and all of that. And he fell right into that trap. And that really was what took the weight off of him in that moment. He was like, okay, like, he looks like he'll be a good new Iron Man. Like, that's what Tony wanted me to do, pass along, like, the glasses. And yeah, that was just,
oh my god, the glasses. I love the scene when he puts them on and Brad is a target. And he has, like, these drones going after Brad. And
the whole thing is because he's trying to get the picture too. Because the picture that he ended up taking, and it was just,
but I just thought it was funny. Because she's like, Edith is like, is Brad a target? And he's like, yeah, he's a target. And it's like, he's throwing, it's like almost like kill him. Oh my god, it was hysterical. I loved, like, the villain of this was technically, like, the drones. Like, yes, obviously it was Beck who was just consumed with wanting to be, like, this perfect superhero, but I feel like
it was technology. That was really what was, like,
he literally made, like, these villains and this world through technology, which was so terrifying.
It was terrifying. Like, all of it was an illusion, and I thought it was so cool how, like, when he goes into it, it's like, it was so trippy. Yeah. Like, when he was, like, in that, like, digital world. Oh my god, and at one point, like, all the different Spider-Mans were, like, coming at him, and it was just, like,
and then it was, like, his first outfit with, like, the hoodie.
Oh my gosh, and then we see Iron Man, like, with the grave.
Like, the tombstone.
That was a powerful moment when, like, because we know, like, obviously, like, he's struggling with that internally, so to see that, like, visually, the tombstone and, like, oh gosh, and then, like, Iron Man, like, coming out, it was just, that part was probably, like, that was actually probably my most favorite, that was probably my favorite part of the movie besides MJ and Peter getting together.
I thought that was really like cool, like how, and then even like that part when like Nick Fury comes out and he like shoots him, and then he's like telling me like who else was it, and then like that whole entire sequence was just insane. Like
I really thought it was Nick Fury too. I thought it was. I really thought it was him. That fooled me.
Yeah, exactly. But I think that like when he was going into like the different like versions of himself, I thought that was just so cool. And the editing of that, like guys, like the filming in this movie and all of like the different shots of him like swinging around with the drones, like I thought it was just visually cool. Like it was really cool to watch. Like it was, you could tell like this movie, like it probably took them like forever to edit because I feel like there was just so much happening with all like the drones. Like it just added more to it, and having him like swing through them, it was just so awesome.
Like the action scenes were so amazing to watch.
It really was.
Another like action scene, like the fight scene with the carnival, was really cool. Really
with the
cool.
Night monkey.
With like the night monkey,
I thought that scene was really well done too, and like seeing like Ned and Betty like on the Ferris wheel. I thought that was like really like that added more like tension, but I thought that was really, it gave some funny dialogue in there. Like I thought those two were hysterical.
They
like,
were hysterical,
movie. Like they get together on the plane.
Getting together was really funny because they weren't even supposed to be sitting next to each other, and then it was just like shocking because like they were just like together, and he was just like what?
And like at the end of the movie, they're like, yeah, we broke up. It's just really cute. Like those two were hysterical as well. Like I always love Ned's friendship with Peter as well. Like I enjoyed those scenes a lot.
Yeah, those scenes were really good.
Yeah, like I loved all like the funny moments. Like I thought the counselor was hysterical. Like the counselor is just so clueless throughout this whole movie.
He was so clueless. And like the two of them, like they're like dynamic, the two counselors, like they were just like trying to figure things out together of like how to like handle like all of this.
And then like we just got free tickets to the opera. Like now we're gonna go here for 4 hours. It was just like I loved that. Like,
and like all these things, bad things are happening, and they're still going on. Like they're still trying to like go on with their trip. It was just like funny.
Yeah, and I love that like Nick Fury was the one who was kind of controlling like their class trip. Like okay, now we're gonna go to
he basically hijacked their whole vacation.
Yeah, he was like controlling like where they went and everything, because Peter was like, I mean, I'm on a class trip for school, like I can't be doing this, and Nick Fury's like, okay, you can go back, like okay, I hear you, and then Peter's just like, okay, like wait, am I out, like do I not have to do this anymore? And it was like, just kidding, now we're going here, we're canceling this. Like it was just,
it was good.
Like I thought that was a lot of fun.
Another really funny scene was when Happy and all of the kids are like running and he's like, oh, like I work for Spider-Man. He's like, he was like, I work with Spider-Man, you work for Spider-Man. I like that scene. And then when they're later on, they're like hiding from the drones or whatever, and MJ has like the thing, and then like they start fighting their way out of there. I thought that was that was a really funny part.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool, and I really loved Happy. I loved his little relationship with Aunt May. I thought that was really cute.
Oh my god, yes.
And yeah, I think I just really enjoyed that scene the most with him and Peter when they were sitting on the plane and when they were on the jet and they were just like talking about Tony Stark, because I feel like that was like such a needed conversation with them, and at that moment in the movie, like that was when everything like went to shit and Peter was just feeling so down. He's like just got ran over by like a train and now he's in the Netherlands.
He was at his lowest point in the movie.
Yeah, like he needed that familiar face to come and help him, and I love that. Yeah, I love that Happy came through and helped him and he got his suit, and it was just really
and then I love how like the Led Zeppelin starts playing and then he's like figuring out like all of like the music. He's putting together like the suit or whatever, and like the look that Happy gives him when he's doing that, like my heart.
The music in this movie was really good. I thought it had a really good soundtrack.
I thought it was really interesting how Beck, it ended up that he worked for Tony Stark and he was fired, and he got together all of these people who had the same experiences as him, and they all just created that technology, and they all used like that that knowledge that they had.
Like, we love, like, Jake Gyllenhaal. Like, he's really hot and everything. So, like, I wanted to believe him. But, like, you knew that he was, you knew he was the villain, like, the whole
I knew
time.
He was the villain from the beginning,
yeah, like, I knew he was gonna be the villain, obviously. But I just, like, he was telling Peter, like, everything he wanted to hear. Like, there was that scene when the two of them were, like, sitting up and, like, he was just, like, talking to him. He's like, it's really nice talking to somebody about superhero things. Like, they had, like, a friendship.
But that scene, like, in the bar.
Oh, it was so bad. It was so, like,
he was,
cringe.
like, when he got the glasses.
Yeah.
When he got the glasses, it was just, like, yeah, it was. And then that speech that he gave, oh my gosh, when he was like to Tony Stark, and they were just like booing him and like, oh gosh.
Yeah, it was a really interesting idea to do that. Like,
like I thought like we understood like why he was doing what he was doing. It was
for sure. And he was ruthless. Like, he was not gonna stop.
Exactly. And he didn't care about casualties. He didn't care about anything.
The scene at the very end when he was, like, laying there and he looks like he was gonna give him the glasses, and then he comes out, like, the real Beck came out and, like, shot him, and then he was like, you can't trick me anymore. I loved that scene as well.
I was shocked with that scene. That was, like, I jumped. Like, that was...
Yeah, that was such a great moment. Yeah, and then, obviously, like, the post-credits scene, you guys, like, we're all happy. We have, like, Peter and MJ just swinging, having a great time.
It's wonderful. And then the news comes on, and it's like the video.
Oh, shit.
And now everybody knows that Peter is Spider-Man.
And now they know
they think that he's like bad
because he killed Mysterio
and all of that and like
that whole thing.
Oh my gosh!
Oh no!
Everything was just shit, and that was like a cliffhanger. So like we have to figure out what the hell is gonna happen with that.
Yeah, because I feel like now like we have to get like the next Spider-Man movie like soon. Like I feel like they can't take forever to bring us another Spider-Man movie because like
not with an ending
you can't
like
just
that.
leave that. Like what is gonna happen now that everybody knows that Peter Parker's Spider-Man?
It's so bad.
Oh my god. Like that never ends well.
I want that one kid's reaction who like loves Spider-Man.
Oh my god,
Peter, I want his reaction.
What is gonna happen to Peter at school? Like I'm just so excited.
So curious. Like I'm excited to find out what's gonna happen with that.
Yeah. And then the other post-credit scene.
The other one with Nick Fury we got with it was funny, like he was just like lounging. But like it was those the green aliens
from Captain Marvel.
So I thought that was interesting.
Nice
like it wasn't really Nick Fury the whole time. He was like on vacation or something.
I mean, you know, that man deserved it, I guess.
He does a lot.
But I thought that was like a funny twist as well. Yeah. So we are dying for the next movie. Like, let us know your predictions. Like, what do you guys think is gonna happen next? What was your favorite moments in this movie? I think mine was everything with Peter and MJ. That was my favorite.
Yes, me too.
I'd love to know all of your thoughts and what you guys think is gonna happen in the next Spider-Man movie. And if you guys know when it's coming out, please tell us.
Yes, let us know all of that. And if you enjoyed this review, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more movie reviews.
Also, be sure to check out the social media. It's all listed down in the description box below.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching. Bye!